The National Treasury and Economic Planning held a public participation exercise on the amendments to the Public Finance Management Act of 2012 and public debt limit. The participation was in accordance to the Article 118 of the Constitution. The exercise is in hope of the National Treasury to amend some of the differences between the Constitution and the PFM 2012 and harmonize the definition of public debt. The Treasury wants to change the definition county public debt to county debt, getting rid of the word public. The National Treasury also seeks to replace numeric debt ceiling of the country from the numeric 10 trillion to a debt anchor not exceeding 55% of GDP. Counties are allowed up to 20% of their individual GDP. If it happens the sitting CS is unable to maintain the public debt, a report is to be submitted in Parliament explaining the cause of breach.
The amendments seek to replace the Kenya shillings 10 trillion public debt numerical ceiling with a debt anchor set at 55% of the gross domestic product (GDP) in the present value terms. By setting a debt anchor, we are committing ourselves to a sustainable level of debt that is in line with international best practice. This will help us to manage our debt more effectively and reduce the risk of default. It will also provide more certainty for investors and improve our credit worthiness. Further, the debt anchor conforms with guidelines set by the International Monetary Fund (IMF), debt limit policy that is linked to debt sustainability. Another advantage of a public debt anchor is that it provides a clear and consistent framework for managing our debt, and it allows the government to plan for the long term with confidence. It also gives us greater flexibility to respond to economic challenges. As it stands, our current public debt to GDP ratio is at 61%, which is above the targeted threshold that we are proposing of 55%.
Ruto's debt intake is at 452 billion. This is 60% of the country's GDP. To reduce the burden, the Treasury is putting in mitigating ways which include fiscal consideration, reducing expenditure, and increasing revenue. More than 50 people attended the participation. The exercise is to be carried out in various counties before the amendments are implemented. Reporting for The Voice KE, my name is Collins Wangoi.